Many friends here like I actually have in Italy. Yeah? Definitely, 100%. As a person, I must say that I am not kind enough because the Albanians having a very big heart. They are very, very welcoming, and this made me change. I became more kindly, I became more delicate, more attentive to other people. Because on small things, they are all very, very grateful. I will tell you one thing, when I went to Korça, I was visiting some friends I worked for, and when I took my bus back from Korça to Berat, when I arrived in Berat to pay, the gentleman said, "It's already paid, your trip." I tell you, I was getting so emotional. I had to put my sunglasses on because my tears were coming, because in my life, even my father, nobody had paid a trip for me. It was not the amount of money, I think it was €3. But you know that he had paid for my trip. It was more than my father. I said, well, it came to me like this. My father never paid me a bus trip. And he paid it. This gesture, I mean, this hit me really very much. And in all other small things, Albanians, I really have a big, big heart. A very attentive. This is what I learned in these years, and that I have been more attentive to other human beings, really. And I hope it's not going to change, because now there are so many tourists, and sometimes it can be very tiring. You know, when you have to handle so many people, buses are coming, the hotels are full, everybody, you know, for breakfast, you have to work a lot, restaurants are full. So some of them already complain now, because to handle this, to be kind all the time, it's very difficult. So this perhaps is going to lose. And I hope not. I pray for the Albanians that they keep up, you know.
For example, when you say your friends, I live in Albania, which is the first opinion?
Oh no, they said, what do you do in Albania? What do you do in Albania? Even when I left now, after so many years, they were saying, oh, are you going around with your jewelry? The way you're walking like this, they will try doing something bad to you. Why are you going to Albania? So they still have this reaction, you know, that it's a rough country. They still have. Yes. I was amazed, actually.
To change this?
Of course, I told them, well, they must change their opinion about it. This has been because bad people are all over the world, in each country. So Albanians, perhaps, when they left their country, this was the worst of the people, because they put a lot of women on their road. And so they still have this opinion. But it's going to change, definitely, you know. It's going to change definitely, because I speak to the tourists here and they say, oh, we imagine it completely different. So they realize they have a wrong opinion.
What does a typical day look like for you here?
Oh, my day is usually I go and have my coffee in the morning, quite early, about 8 o'clock. And then I meet some friends, or I drive up in the mountains. I go to Bogova. I have a trip in the canyons. I also help sometimes in the canyons, because Alda is my friend. Alma is her name. I confuse always with Alda, another friend. So yeah, I keep myself really busy. And sometimes I help in an antique shop. And yeah, there are a lot of tourists to talk to. The people of Albania, because they have time, they speak to you. They are really from your heart interested about your feelings, about your well-being. They really do. Everybody takes their time. They are busy too, they are working too, but they still take their time to hear about your personal life.
Is there anything you still find challenging about life in Albania?
No, not really. Not in the moment. I got to know the bus system. I know to drive about the taxis, which are convenient. you know, so I find myself very at ease now, and actually nothing is challenging for me anymore. I also walk up to Skapa, the river gliding. I walk in the river. I walk. My friends are saying, oh my God, this is dangerous if something happens to you. I said, well, why should it happen to me? The other, no, you have a certain age. I said, well, you can hit a stone, you know, also when you're 20, 30. So I go with the trips up.
In 25 years, maybe, you still talking in Albanian language or cooking something for us?